We got some more NA Faceit, except this time it's technically Falcons versus Complexity. Coco, Nick, Mango, JT, and Pancake on the CT side with... Well, let's just wait for this round to be over and see what actually happens. A 1-for-1 trade to open it up. And then we'll see who's on the T side. And we have a very interesting nickname for one of the players here in the quote-unquote Falcons. Mango doing a good job, and the Sperm taking him out immediately. It is Nico here with the USP, him and Sperm looking for the 2v2, and now it's just Nico. 1v2 and the triple kill needed. Are going to be pushing him forward. Nico fakes the reload, 11 bullets still in the USP, does not need to reload it. He just swings out to take out Coco. And that's an easy first for the Falcons. Poised for some success. The only thing is, I'm not sure about that benching Tessis and keeping Magisk around, because, I mean, I feel like a lot of fans, it's going to be a 50-50 debate. I even think maybe a 60-40 in the favor of Tessis not getting benched and Magisk getting benched, simply for the fact that they moved Tessis to anchor role. Obviously nerfs your firepower, but when you're bringing in Kyosuke, well, you know, you can't really lose firepower, except for maybe if you're replacing like Donk or Zaiwu, then like, since Kyosuke is not experienced in the tier 1 scene. But anyways, it's, you know, good to see Falcons getting, you know, back on their feet after such a disastrous previous year. And generally just, I mean, not really being that good of a team for a bit. But, you know, when you get Nico and m0NESY on your team, you could be a tier 7. You could be 3 level 7s. Nico and m0NESY could probably carry you to tier 2. In the meantime, it's another round straight up just easily going the way of the Falcons. Tessis with 2. m0NESY picks up another. That just leaves Mango, who should be dead very soon. m0NESY, phenomenal headshot. Although at that point... it was a bit different. Nico is going to continue running through mid. Tessis, speaking of him, picks up another here for the Falcons. Nico to make it +2. Not really much Complexity can do here, although, well, maybe a pick could happen, and Coco does get 1. That leaves Pancake and JT. Two v 4, not going to be doable at all. Obviously, the Thunderpick World Championship I was talking about was with Heroic. You know, and that Heroic pulled the most heroic move. They made a good roster, and then they just... Who should be looking... Well, I was going to say maybe towards a play on mid if they can maybe just break the smoke for him, but it's JT breaking it for himself, and a very bad spray from m0NESY. You expect him to hit those all day long, although hands might be cold, and Tessis, my goodness, this is the worst timing I've ever seen. That's the worst elbow smoke I've ever seen. And Tessis was given a chance, and he did miss it. Now that you know where he is, Tessis should be going down, and that just leaves the Sperm and Raffi. What a nickname. And you could boost him up on B, and that's about it. And look at this aggression from the Falcons, immediately running up ramp. Molly in the middle of the bomb site. That was actually thrown by the CTs. It does slow him down a bit. Coco, well, gets 1, but Raffi and Nico do pick up 2. In the meantime, JT from Cave picks up 3, and JT shuts him down with Mango. We'll see. Nico. Oh, they're not ready for him, I believe. Nico actually ahead of the play. And both of these players is going to be swinging out. It's Nico to go 1 for 1, but m0NESY there to trade out. Well, probably his favorite teammate of all time. And m0NESY left on 30 HP. It is a 4v3, and look at the flank that Raffi has. Coming all the way around, but m0NESY needs help. He's completely alone on the bomb site. Screw a flank. Mango was ready for it. And that leaves Tessis and m0NESY, but Tessis bounces over onto JT. And Nick takes out Tessis. That just leaves m0NESY 1v2. He swings out into Cave and immediately nails Nick. Leaves himself in a 1v1 against Mango and his op. But it's very tricky to hit m0NESY, a player with very good movement. And also Mango kind of has to go into the bomb site, rush the clearing of the bomb site itself. He does connect, but time, well, was on the side of Monacy. I mean, unfortunately, a regular site for online Counter-Strike. A heavier B setup by Complexity, with also JT looking to come into heaven from mid. And got some trouble on the flank. A phenomenal nade gets thrown. Nick there to pick up 2 on the op. On the secondary op, I mean, compared to Mango, who was on the primary, and both of them actually get 4 in total. And the rifle will just be able to probably spray you down, so... well-timed molly, if anything. I believe that was by Mango. And now the Falcons grouped up 3 towards main. Well, it was 2 towards Donut, but I mean, look at the rotation. I mean, we essentially have 3 players already on the bomb site itself. Monacy able to get 1, and Nico actually with another, so it's Nico and Monacy. 2v3, but I don't really have any expectations for this. Yeah, Monacy goes down, they know where Nico is. An easy cleanup. With an AK, everybody else on upgraded pistols except for Monacy on an SMG. And speaking of Monacy, he's the one to draw first blood. Nico there to help out his teammate, and well, not help him in time, but he does straight him out. And I think that was a collab actually. Both Nico and Tess is getting lit up by the op. And Rafi had a bit of a fiasco there with Mango over towards Cave, but the 3 remaining CTs, all of them coming from Cave. A very good nade thrown by Nico. He has an AK in hand, but a good nade comes through as an answer for Mango. JT repositioned over towards ramp. He has a Molotov as well. They're gonna push forward. Nick goes down, but Nico immediately traded out, and the Sperm, well, he falls as well. How, well, little the molly spread. Unfortunately, the CT molly neutered, and so was Monacy. JT nearly picked up a double. Left Rafi on 12 HP. Nico gets boosted up. He's gonna drop from the head of Tessis. Sperm taking some damage in the meantime. Coco a bit too aggressive, especially with the fact he was completely alone on B. No help, at least not for a few more seconds, but we do see Nick already rotated. But this AK that Nico has could be as lethal as an op. The first shot did not connect, but Nico made sure the ones following did. And if anything, it does seem like the Falcons will go head first over into B, so that's a chance for Complexity. Mango and Pancake. Over towards long and short, and now it's just Mango. Mango, Mango, Mango! There's one for the... wait, what is that? That's the Zoomers, right? Or Gen Z or whatever. It doesn't matter. Nico should probably nail Mango in the face, and I feel like I cursed him with that. Honestly, not going to be seeing anyone towards mid, but it's Nick to draw first blood. Luckily for the Falcons, both Tessis and Rafi get frags back. Unfortunately, we missed both. And it's Coco to find another over towards Rafi. Mango takes out Tessis. That's like the, what, 5th missed frag this round? Luckily, this one we will see Nico to take out Coco. Nikoko? I mean, technically that was almost Nico's old nick. Or rather, well, in-game name. And Nico in a bit of an off angle over towards Cave. It's Mango and JT to try and retake, and, well, they have to go through Nico first. Monacy there as well to be quick on the trade if needed, but Nico does not need any help. 3 kills for Nico, 17 kills at the half, and 151 ADR for Nikola Kovac. Smoke, he just dropped one of them over to Mango, and it's a B hit very quickly by Complexity. I'm not sure why we're watching Monacy's POV right now. There's a whole lot of action to be missed, apparently, on the other side of the map. I mean, this is... hello? Can we get the POV of the players actually on the bomb site? Thank you. Nico connects once again. Nico, we saw how lethal he was with the USP. The Sperm gets the kill onto Mango, and Nico, I mean, this is just filthy. Just the Eagles, 5 of them for Complexity. It's Monacy to swing out. Takes out Pancake. And, you know, with the 5v4 should come the 5v3, and then the 5v2, yada yada, unless somebody gets nailed with a deagle, but Nico is not missing a beat, 21 and 6. Somebody stop this man. Well, they're not going to stop him in round number 14, that's for sure. Dynamic duo from the days of G2. Monacy, extremely sharp. Easy kill there onto Pancake, but it is Coco to take out m0NESY. In the meantime, Mango actually lurked all the way out into Temple. Are they ready for him? It might be Rafi going down soon. He falls to Mango, who had a big lurk, but actually his lurk is, well, meaningless for Complexity. Obviously not. I mean, it pulled the rotation of all these players, but Complexity don't care about the A bomb site. They've walked into B, and they've pulled the fast one here against the Falcons, who have realized that they've just been done. They've been made fools, and, well, even the Complexity are shocked how empty B is, because they're still clearing it instead of getting the bomb down and, you know, putting Falcons on a timer and making them question whether or not they want to retake this. But with how good Nico and Tessus have been so far, yeah, from a 3-on-4 to a 3-on-2 in the blink of an eye, and Nico saw that AK and his eyes opened wide open. Simply widened for that AK, yearning for the one-taps, but it doesn't matter if Tessus is hitting his shots. Once again, a double kill for Tessus, then AK-47s. m0NESY. Kenny, yes, it's 2 and 3 for m0NESY. Great job done by Ilya. Leaving just Nick and Mango, I mean, that's no way to play mid against m0NESY. The full and Sperm, actually, I thought it was Nico hitting a shot through the smoke for a second. It's the Sperm to fill out the full house for m0NESY. Saved as much as they could, 3 techs in a deagle. A decent amount of utility, good enough for a B rush to start off the round. Again, we're not watching the POV of the players we're supposed to be seeing. Hello, Tessus and Sperm just shut down an entire B rush in 5 seconds. And stay on an actual buy, where they're not missing a whole bunch of stuff. Pancake, just happy to be alive with that smoke saving his life. It's a 3v3, with Complexity taking B control, and in the meantime Rafi falls. Rafi having a very rough game, playing the role of moral support, and m0NESY joined by Nico. And this is a very scary 2v2 to be up against. m0NESY with the deep smoke, it does leave a gap on the left side. m0NESY wants to swing it, and he goes down because of it, while running and gunning with an M4A1S. I'm not gonna say it's completely impossible to do, but it wasn't likely to connect. Nico, luckily for Complexity, JT is there to pick up 3. And, well, Falcons just lost the round, and it seems like they have a better buy than Complexity. Pancake and Rafi both having very rough games, 3 and 14, 3 and 15. And a lot of damage done onto Nick to start off the round. Mango losing half his ult as well, and it's Rafi. The duel of the bottom fraggers. Rafi takes it against Pancake in potentially the last round of Ancient. But Nico, I mean, that's not a warm hug by Nick for Nico. That's a very cold Galil. Well, technically a hot bullet from the Galil, but a cold way to break up that hug they had going in the smoke on elbow. m0NESY just looking to be as quick as possible, moving throughout all these positions on mid. He might get shot in the back, or he might get a kill first, or he might turn around and nail Nick in the face. Okay, this map is over. Yeah, somebody stop m0NESY. Thank you, Mango. This kid is unbelievable. I have no words for what m0NESY is able to do. And, well, it's the Sperm trading out Tessus. Maybe could have even peeked a bit sooner and tried to save his Danish teammate. That leaves the Sperm and Rafi against Mango. 2v1 Mango, who's been having a phenomenal game. He needs the 4K in total. And if anything, he has the bomb on his back. He gets swung into, he falls. And that's it. 13-6. The Falcons leave victorious.